Love and light scam. What do I mean by that? Well, first off, what is love and light? Well, when we're talking about spiritual awakening, maybe you've had a spiritual awakening recently, maybe it's been some time, and okay, spiritual awakening doesn't have a top out. There's not really like one particular moment that's the end all be all, but I mean like the moment when you really realize who you are. You understand that you're a divine being, that you are a God, source. Like, you understand that there's no governing power above you in the sky. So it seems that a lot of people who come into this awakening, you know, you've opened your third eye, pineal gland. And I'm speaking from my experience and what I've seen of others. But you have this experience, and it's a very intense experience, and it's an intense emotional experience, and there can be many emotions, but for me there was also a very intense emotion of joy and happiness and the peace. You know, there was this newfound truth, and I was so relieved that I didn't have to worry about a place called hell and worried about being at the mercy of some God in the sky. And this feeling, you know, you've reached a high frequency, so you feel drawn to things that reflect that. You know, for me, the music I listened to changed. Everything felt more vibrant and brighter, so I was wearing brighter colors, and I started, you know, finding people on YouTube that was just, you know, high vibrational people, energy readers, people channeling energy, tarot readers that focused on just abundance, and it's because my internal state reflected that, and I felt as if I was never going to have to suffer in any way ever again. I was never going to have to walk through darkness. I felt like that I have reached the top, and from here on out, it's just sunshine, rainbows, peaches, and cream. And I laugh now because I realized that was a misconception. Here's the thing. If you truly want to grow, you are going to have to still have periods in life where you're walking through the valley. And there will be periods where you're on top of the mountain and you're in the valley, and in the mountain, you know, sun going down, sun goes up. This is a reflection of our journey. But people will try to fight that. They will try to stay away from anything they perceive as darkness, and just chase this high vibrational state. You know, a lot of meditation, anything to try to invoke a higher vibrational state of being. And going through darkness does not mean that you're not on a high vibration. It does not mean that you're not going to be happy, that you're not going to be vibing. How do you think you found the light in the first place? What led to an awakening? You had to go through some junk. You had to go through the darkness. So guess what? To ascend and to further deepen your conscious state of being, to shine brighter, guess what? You're still going to need to go through the darkness, because the light is found in the darkness. We can go as far as to say the darkness is the light. But I say love and light is a scam because the idea behind it, that's all there is. And what the problem is that that mindset will cause stagnation. It will cause you not to grow, to work against yourself. And eventually there's going to be a friction, because you're going to keep trying to run from anything dark, from challenges that challenge your vibration, your state of being. Certain things, you know, music, movies, you may try to shy away from it because you're like, oh, well, that's a lower vibration. For one, you need to realize you are the lower vibration. You are the higher vibration. You are duality. You are the lower and the higher. Get what I'm saying? And ultimately, what needs to happen, and I'm telling you, awakening is not just a end-all be-all. Like, I'm finding it's just a continuous process. If you truly want to grow, consciousness is infinite. It constantly expanding. You don't want to top out. That means you stop growing. That means your power only reaches a certain level, and there's infinite possibilities. There's so much to be experienced in this reality. And if you just, it's about becoming integrated with the dark and the light. Realizing that you are the darkness. You have the capability to be dark, and integrating that with the light for your good. And that doesn't mean harming others, going out here and doing things that's going to affect people in a negative way. I mean, but you got to understand, you are both sides of the spectrum. You are that yin and yang, and there's going to be a dance. There's a dance of light and dark. They coincide, they exist within each other, and you need both aspects. You need to be integrated, to be complete, to be whole, to walk in your true power. And a lot of people are trying to sell love and light. You know, it's just a lot of scamming that's going around when it comes to manifestation and meditation and all this. And you have to navigate these rabbit holes as you go along. I didn't really have nobody to tell me, other than Spirit show me, that these rabbit holes were scams. And you are a powerful being, and you can manifest the reality you wish to experience. And you can walk on a frequency that just breaks the fucking matrix. But there's just a lot of new age deception going around, and if you continue to seek out truth no matter what, and be willing to question everything, don't just come to a point where you say, well, I've got everything figured out, I've been awakened, I know what's going on. You need to challenge yourself, challenge what you perceive as truth, and you'll know what's truth and what's not. But we have to be in a continuous state of learning and question what we think to be truth to find truth. And what may seem like, what may be your truth today may not be tomorrow, a month from now, a year from now. It could change. You may have a deeper realization about something and you find a deeper truth. But people just want to get stuck on something, try to find a top out. No, I figured it out and I've achieved something. There's nothing to achieve. It's just a continuous rebirth and death cycle. That's how you grow. So this is what I mean by the love and light scam. You know, new age deceptions. So I hope this helps you and resonates with you, but you will just, you're walking a path and stay on that path. And if you want truth, truth will find you.